Okay, so I just got done talking about Hellrider on another video and how that familiar was one of the hardest ones to max out as far as the level 10 convocation. But listen, the Hoarder and Payday was it was on par. It was on par. Now, I wish I had like this little spreadsheet where it would tell you all the experience that each thing needs. I'm sure there is one out there, but just going by my personal experience, Payday was probably the second worst to take up as far as the time and resources it took. But once you get this level 10 Payday, it is quite literally a payday because it grants 3 random jewels with a cooldown of 3 days. Now, that might not sound amazing, and for the most part, there are times, there might be weeks where you really do not get anything whatsoever. But let me just show you exactly when this comes into play, especially if you're somebody that still needs jewels. When I first upgraded Payday to level 10, and this was actually one of my first ones that I upgraded just because I needed jewels so badly. I was lacking a lot of infantry jewels, I was lacking a couple of cavalry jewels, and I pretty much stopped buying jewels altogether like months ago. Like packs, everything associated with jewels outside of like monster jewels, I stopped buying it completely. So I want to show you guys what I have now just off of that. Okay, so I have 2 legendary jewels for ranged extra, I have an infantry jewel legendary extra, and I have 2 cavalry jewels legendary extra. So, and that is, I mean, I'm almost going on my 3rd legendary jewel for ranged. Infantry is a little bit lacking, but remember, infantry was the one jewel that I just could not get to save my life. But now I have an extra infantry legendary jewel, so imagine that. And then cavalry, I'm on my way to my 3rd gold as well. So I would say that I've had that familiar maxed out now for about 6 months or so, and there are times where you use it and you're expecting something decent and you get like a common trap jewel, a common defense jewel, and then just a bunch of crap. But there are days, like I did with the range, like I did with cavalry, where you get a legendary jewel off of that proc. Of course, it is RNG. There's not a lot of things in this game that aren't specifically RNG, but let's go ahead and use it up and show you how it all goes. Now, I would imagine that the most common drops, obviously, no pun intended, are the common jewels, right? But when you get the blues, when you get the greens, purples, etc., you gotta remember that you're gonna be using this every 3 days. So that means that eventually all of that is gonna add up, and it's gonna save you a bunch of time, a bunch of resources if you're using your guild coins for jewels. It's something that you're just going to do passively. You don't have to think about it too much. You just, oh, it's up, let's use it, bam. Don't have to worry about when you use it, none of that. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and use it all up and see if we get just something more than common. Okay, for the video's sake, okay, Payday, let's go. An epic range defense. Oh, okay, so like I was saying, sometimes you get defense jewels and it's not necessarily what you want, but look, an epic range defense jewel, like if you're like a free-to-play player, that might be a jewel that you might want to use in your range set, for instance. So yeah, like I said, Payday is not one of the easiest things to upgrade, just of sheer amount of resources that you'll have to do. But it is so worth it. I mean, look at this. I'm just sitting on these jewels now, and that it just came from getting that Payday to level 10. Now, there is also another one here that I want you guys to actually pay attention to, that with the Hoarder, and that's the Trove expansion. Max deposit plus 10,000. Definitely don't overlook that, because if you take a look at my Trove, And ooh, it's gonna pay in 9 days. Don't mind if I do. But if you take a look at my trove, I'm actually able to invest 45,000 gems when my payout is gonna be over 92,000 gems a month. That is really freaking good, I must say. So yeah, the other one here that is kind of lost in the shuffle is Skillful Hands, Merging Speed for Skill Stones. That one is kind of like, how many skill stones do you really make? You know, is it really worth it? So I kind of got to the, I upgraded a couple of times, got it to level 4, and then realized, probably not worth the hassle. Let me focus on another one that's going to be more worth it. But yeah, when it comes to Payday, one of the must-have abilities or skills for familiars, for sure get this upgraded as one of your first to level 10. And then Trove Expansion, when you just cannot figure out what exactly to upgrade as far as a skill, definitely do Trove Expansion, because in the long run it is going to pay off. Get it? Pay off, Payday. Anyway, appreciate you guys for watching, and until later, bye.